Avenue. My name is Sandra Kahundi. Happy to be here to serve you, bringing you news this 12th day of January 2024. Now, starting off with activities as far as today is concerned. In just 4 days, Uganda will host the prestigious Non-Aligned Movement (NAM) and a group of 77+ China summits welcoming over 120 countries. Our media guided tour explored key locations including Entebbe International Airport, a Speak Resort Munyonyo Convention Center, and the newly opened Kampala flyover.
Uganda hosting a forum of 120 developing world states provides a platform for it to demonstrate its leadership in the East African region and on the African continent as a whole. This strategic move aims to bolster Uganda's role in regional peace, security and economic integration. At the Kampala flyover, UNRWA's communication officer Alan Sempewa highlighted its role in easing traffic congestion and facilitating smooth movement during the summits, as well as connectivity to various summit venues.
What you see right now is we've even opened up the road to traffic. All the lanes, because we've widened the lanes at this flyover corridor. All the lanes are now open to traffic. The underpass tunnel or the underground road is open to traffic as well. It will be lit 24/7.
He additionally says that the Munyonyo Kajansi Spar, along with the flyover, stand at 100% readiness to accommodate delegates.
And the state of preparedness, I can say that we are nearly set, almost set, or completely set, I should actually say. Why? Because we have the major routes that will move the delegates ready and set for them to use. One of them is the airport road, right from the airport to Kajansi. What have we done there is we've beautified and enhanced the appeal of that section.
Munyonyo Speak Resort Convention Center, the main summit venue with a 3,800-seater capacity, is in its final preparations to host delegates starting Monday. The Director of Airports and Aviation Security at the Entebbe International Airport, Ayub Soma, affirmed the airport's enhanced facilities and staff training in readiness for the summit.
100% ready. We are 100% to receive the non-aligned movement and G77+ China summit delegates. We have planned for it. We have rehearsed for it, and I can reassure you that there will be a smooth flow at Entebbe International Airport, where we have our jurisdiction.
Government institutions, among others, KCCA and UNRWA Civil Aviation, have achieved a 98% readiness status for the NAM and the G77+ China summits. The event kicks off on January 15th, 2024, marking Uganda's moment to shine on the global stage. Justin Nakami, UBC News.
In other activities, organic farmers under the umbrella body, the National Organic Agricultural Movement of Uganda, are positioning themselves to showcase Uganda's strides in the area of organic farming and during the Non-Aligned Movement and the G77+ China summits. The Chief Executive Officer for National Organic Agricultural Movement of Uganda, Chariton Namonza, has appealed to government to use this opportunity to lobby for Ugandan organic products on the international market.
Uganda takes the second position globally after India and the first in Africa in organic farming. Organic farming is the production of food without the use of harmful chemicals like pesticides and fertilizers, but rather alternative methods are applied. Now organic farmers under their umbrella body, the National Organic Agricultural Movement of Uganda, have challenged government to optimize the non-aligned movement and G77+ China summits to showcase Uganda as the source of quality organic products.
Our government, ministries, departments and agencies, and all individuals that are at the forefront of hosting the NAM and G77 plus China summits to underscore the fact that Uganda is home to a broad range of safe, healthy, and organic foods, and better still, serve our delegates or guests with organic dishes.
The government has created a conducive environment for organic farming in Uganda.
We are also in the process of having the Organic Agriculture Bill to operationalize the policy. And that aside, we have also gone halfway to having the National Agroecology Strategy. I don't want to bring too much details here about agroecology and organic agriculture, but one is a subset of the other, okay, and they complement on each other. So that is what we've done in terms of policy framework. But also, other than the policy, we are trying to mainstream organic agriculture across the entire agricultural extension systems.
Uganda mainly exports her organic products to the European Union, and the country earns about $160 million annually. Adia Nakute, UBC.
Wealthy Ugandans have been urged to go beyond mere wealth and exhibit a humanity heart in supporting the livelihoods of vulnerable children in their communities. Well, this call comes as co-presidents of Empire Consulting, Francesca D'Abrazio and Jessica Lumumba from Canada, have demonstrated extraordinary kindness by providing shelter and basic necessities to children they encountered vending in Kamocha's Mulumira zone.
It was Sentongo Hamisi, a child bearing the scars of a brutal police assault near Acacia, who unwittingly drew Good Samaritans Francesca D'Ambrosio and Jessica Lumumba into a story of hardship and resilience.
Uganda wangoyo mutwalo bana akazi na musika ya vedi na nkube ekigawa neno nenga wansi na mugamba yakyankube ekigawa ate natwala n'ebintu byange.
Learning of his family's plight, cramped in a single room, still reeling from the assault's aftermath, D'Ambrosio and Lumumba felt a call to action. Their business trip initially temporarily extended as they sought to alleviate the family's dire situation.
The following day, that's exactly what happened. We scoured the whole area and we found the child that was injured. And he brought us to his mother, alongside his brothers, sisters, and other children that she's taken in. Without having nothing, this woman is a single mother of 4 herself, took in 2 extra street kids.
These children lived in, and we saw the way that they were living. I was at a loss for words. You know, she showed me inside their home. The size of the room was maybe 8 by 10. And in that room was crammed in 2 bunk beds. And she has everybody sleeping on top of each other, and there's no space for nothing. She has the cooking pot inside the home, so you pray there's not a fire. And when it rains, all the sewage and the raw water filters downstream and floods their home.
Touched by their circumstances, the Empire Consulting co-presidents went beyond immediate needs. Recognizing the family's cramped one-room accommodation, they decided to provide them with a decent and safe place to live. Their efforts, documented on social media, garnered overwhelming support, fueling their mission to offer sustainable help.
Rent is covered for an entire full year. She has a business loan from us that she doesn't have to pay back for a full year, right? With no interest, obviously. And then we'll make terms that are agreeable to her, but at least now she has a way to sustain her family.
The more the merrier, right? The more money we can collect, the more that we can help. Right now we've just started and we've been able to secure a 1-year lease for a family to stay in.
Dr. D'Ambrosio officially handed over the keys to a new house in Chanja to the children's mother, Nanono Sylvia, and this event was graced by the presence of music artist and entrepreneur Daniel Kazibwe, commonly known as Ragadi, who commended the consultant's selfless act.
ngattako n'omuzukulu wa 8 gattako bennyamba ba 9 ne 10 so
to me I call it having a heart. I call it a spirit that works in people that God speaks into. You know, God speaks to you and you have to help. The spirit of giving, the spirit of giving back to people you don't even know.
D'Ambrosio and Lumumba also unveiled their long-term plan for this initiative, aptly named Dice and Rich, after a prominent fashion designer colleague.
We're going to be supplying her with all the products she needs to sell, like whether it be fresh produce or whether it be things like charcoal or oil or rice, things that she can have in bulk that she can sell to people. And then through Shaban and his foundation, which is Dice Rich, employing 2 of the older boys, he'll be taking them under his wing, mentoring them, teaching them how to sew, because they're very interested in fashion. He'll be guiding her, mentoring her, teaching her how to keep a ledger, teaching her how to budget.
The story of Hamisi and his family prompted a deeper reflection. Francesca D'Ambrosio highlights the paralysis that often paralyzes wealthy Ugandans to the face of such adversity, unsure of how to initiate help.
I choose to believe that everybody would love to solve a problem, but most people feel paralysis and they don't know where to start. They think, if I go into this neighborhood, they're going to rob me. Or if I go into this neighborhood, if I give them one thing, they're going to always keep asking me for money. But it's not about that. It's about figuring out a plan to make their lives now self-sustainable.
I'm Nafka Farida and Juman Samba in Chanja.
Moving on, fruit and vegetable farmers in Oyam District and Lira City in Lango sub-region have been equipped with modern technological skills to enhance their productivity and tap the emerging demand market in the region. The training under the Northern Uganda Horticulture Acceleration Program is implemented by the Ditch-Best Singet Seeds International and TechnoSurf Business Solutions.
Despite the fact that many farmers have ventured into business of quick maturing fruits and vegetable growing, experts have observed that these farmers lose 40% of the profits due to poor nursery seedlings raising and fake seed varieties. Considering the above scenario, the Dutch-based Syngenta Seeds International, in partnership with TechnoSurf Business Solutions, under the Northern Uganda Horticulture Acceleration Program, has embarked on field training of the horticulture farmers on new best practices on how to improve their yields and tap into the emerging regional markets. The training basically targets quick maturing tomato farmers, cabbage farmers, onion, green pepper, watermelon, among others, starting with modern technological seed raising in greenhouses.
When you're transplanting, open a hole. When you're using inorganic fertilizers like the DAP, the NPK, open a hole. You get 10 grams of it, like with a bottle top. Cocoa peat, but you don't have to press. Are we there?
The program intends to uplift the living standards of northern Uganda in Acholi and Lango regions.
There's money in soil, but it needs dedication, patience, and following procedure. Don't buy seeds you throw there. You go to Lira town posing I'm a farmer. You're not watering, you're not weeding. Like cabbage is the cheapest thing to grow and make you rich. All it wants is just water and weeding. With a good nursery, you will make money.
The variety is cabbage, Gloria Star, and Esquizo, and the tomato is Kilele, F1 hybrid, and Alston is very strong from the bacteria wheel.
Some of the beneficiaries of the training shared their testimonies.
Yesterday, Mr. Daga told me about this training. I also took initiative and came. I want to learn. First of all, it is very important for me because it is near transport money. I will not go to Lira.
I came here to learn skills in horticulture on issues of seedling raising and then pesticide application, fungicide, issues of management, and as an opportunity, I am really very happy.
Apart from northern Uganda, similar trainings are being undertaken in eastern, central and western Uganda.
Next to you, maybe having the solution.
Now, in other activities for the day, the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs wants a pay-as-you-earn tax waiver on state attorneys in Uganda. Minister Norbert Mao says the move, which is part of the challenges affecting the ministry, will, among others, stem corruption appetite. Mao adds that state attorneys handle high sensitive cases and the government risks losing them to other positions. The Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs presented to Parliament budget estimates for the next financial year 2024-2025 totaling to 205.826 billion. The amount is not so far from the current financial year approved budget of 205.776 billion.
Is on page 1 and the first half.
The Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Norbert Mao, led his team to the Parliamentary Committee on Legal and Parliamentary Affairs to present the ministry's budget estimates for the next financial year, 2024-2025.
And then we give reasons for under or over performance.
Minister Mao first notified the MPs of the performance of his ministry in the last financial year, 2022-2023. which he says stood at 95.6%. The ministry, according to Mao, spent 121.599 billion in financial year 2022-2023 out of the released 127.137 billion shillings.
So, you would ask why this increment? The increment was a result of a supplementary for wage and gratuity.
In the half-year performance of the current financial year 2023-2024, Mao says they have spent 91.115 billion out of the released funds so far of 108.537 billion. This also represents 84% expenditure and 52.8% of funds released for the financial year 2023-2024 of the approved budget, which was 205.77 billion.
And our total expenditure to date is 91.115 billion, which makes 84% of what was released.
In the next financial year 2024-2025, the ministry has slightly composed an estimated budget of 205.826 billion, which is a 0.5 billion increment from the current financial year approved budget. The justification for the budget includes, among others, creating awareness of the Constitution of Uganda, which Minister Mao says has been interpreted in 6 local languages to aid the process.
And also Kopsabin, Runyoro Rutoro. There is also a version of the Constitution in Braille. I think we are among the only 12 countries in the world that has its Constitution in Braille for blind citizens. And then promotion of human rights and observance. And the agency here is the Uganda Human Rights Commission, which carries out community barazas, radio talk shows.
Minister Mao attributes the inefficiency of the Attorney General's chambers to understaffing and poor transport facilities. Mao told the MPs that the lawyers available to offer public legal action are few and are overworked.
Because to put more judges in place and they have no officers to appear before them is really a waste of government money. So I think it is incumbent upon us to ensure that we have more state attorneys in Attorney General's chambers and in DPPs. For DPP, they have, and to an extent, been worked upon, even when it comes to their money being tax-free. And really, I feel so dearly for you.
According to Minister Mao, the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs saves government over 1.2 trillion annually by fighting cases in courts Yet the ministry has a funding gap of 948.4 billion.
Why can't the Ministry of Justice also be supported to continue doing better? So if you subtract 948 billion from 1.2, you find that actually we have saved the government more money than we are asking for to meet the funding gap. Lastly,
this is among the justification Mao fronts to call for a pay-as-you-earn tax waiver to all state attorneys.
A waiver will go a long way to level the incentive gap, thus bringing them closer to their counterparts. Besides, this will also stem the temptation to corruption and attrition to the judiciary for better remuneration.
In the projected off-budget support, Minister Norbert Mao notified MPs of some foreign governments reconsidering giving aid to Uganda despite the effects of the Anti-Homosexuality Act. The Parliamentary Committee on Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, chaired by Robina Rwakojo, also engaged the officials from the Inspector General of Government to have a feel of their budget estimates for the next financial year, 2024-2025.
Strengthen the prevention and detection and elimination of corruption, and we intend to continue carrying out these activities: investigation of cases, concluding cases, prosecuting cases, handling high-profile cases, and so on, as indicated with
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
Well, particular report for us to ponder about on how we can curb corruption among the judicial officers. But I return shortly after these messages. Keep watching.
Ricky Rapper co-founded SafeBorder to make day-to-day commuting safer for everyone. He and his team have added a professional touch to an informal sector with the help of technology. From humble beginnings to the Forbes Africa 30 Under 30 list, Ricky brings a unique perspective to the boda business since he too started out as a rider. With SafeBorder scaling its operations, we know that this is just the beginning. Ricky, keep moving. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Download the SafeBorder app and together, let's support Ugandans like Ricky who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
Key organs. The non-aligned movement operates through key organs such as the Summit Conference, ministerial meetings, and the Coordinating Bureau. These structures facilitate diplomatic collaboration among member states, providing forums for discussions on common challenges and the formulation of collective responses.
When it is KB o'clock, you need more from your voice bundles. That's why MTN is offering you more minutes across all networks that don't expire. Buy the new 90-minute Freedom Bundle at 5K or the 200-minute bundle at 10K and just with no limit. Katiteri ate, no excuses. Make the call now. Dial *100 *21 hash or use the My MTN app and enjoy your Freedom Bundle today. MTN. Together we are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Have you packed more with Harbour Jelly and Harbour Foam? Yes, we packed. It will protect your skin from skin rashes. More with it is a new improved Morbid Harbour Jelly, so soft and smooth. It is a Morbid Harbour Jelly.
Tell me, kids, the sense. Any irritations? No more rashes and irritations. Morbid Harbour Jelly and Harbour Soap is rich in natural herbs for a smooth and glowing skin.
Morbid all day confidence.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us, keeping it the national broadcaster. Now moving on to business this Friday. The Fisheries Protection Unit of the UPDF has impounded substandard fishing nets worth 1.2 billion shillings. The consignment was hidden in AGOA stores located in Fine Spinners in Bogolobi. In the operation, one suspected, identified as a manager, was arrested while the owner is still at large.
The consignment of substandard fishing materials impounded by the Fisheries Protection Unit of the UPDF are 1,124 pieces, which includes nets, fishing wares, among others. These materials worth 1.2 billion shillings.
We have found in the stores today, we have found the nets, fishing nets, which are prohibited. These are nets which kill our fish. They catch all types of fish, including the small fish that is not allowed to be got from the lakes, and so it is depleting the fish in the lakes.
These nets were hidden in AGOA stores located at Fine Spinners in Bogolobi. The owner of the consignment is on the run, and the operation team managed to arrest the manager found on location.
But we are going to utilize him to give us more information about the owner, and then but we are going to take them to court.
Them to the FPU headquarters in Entebbe. Then later we shall wait to get a court order which will instruct us or direct us on what to do. So it's a message to the fishermen and to the people who are dealing in illegal fishing net. These operations are not going to stop.
The impounded materials lacked UNBS stamp, which implies illegal entrant into the country.
Some of these nets are not manufactured in Uganda, but these people use several channels, and most especially they use ungazetted areas. They smuggle them into the country through ungazetted areas, and they load and they pack them in small cars and store them in places like these ones, ready for sale to the public.
The team of Fisheries Protection Unit has loaded the consignment to the headquarters seeking for the court order to destroy the impounded materials. Abdul Nasile Lobama for UBC.
Now moving on, giving you a sports update before we let you go enjoy your day. Uganda's She Cranes kicked off their Europe tour with a 45-57 loss against the Welsh Feathers in the first encounter of the Netball Trial Series at the House of Sport, Cardiff, on Wednesday evening. It was a massive blow for Uganda, who missed the services of versatile player Hanisha Mohammed due to club engagements. The game was played in front of a noisy crowd, and Uganda had the lead at the start, though caught up soon with aggressive, strong and high-court pressure defense, which hardly allowed Uganda to enjoy their textbook style of playing the game. World's goal shooter Georgie Erwal was unplayable in the cycle, while Ella Powell-Davies was all over Mary Noba Chowhook, denying She Cranes to play that dropping pass into the cycle often. It was a massive win for Wales, who were in ascending mode as they limited Uganda to only 11 goals. That is 42-34 in the third quarter. After 4 quarters, Wales walked away with bragging rights as Uganda went down, trailing to 12 goals. The two sides will lock horns again on Friday before the final game on Sunday.
But we must realize that this is a game, and in the game of sport, nobody is small. Everybody works to improve all the time. The Wales we met yesterday is not the Wales we met before. It has been a surprise, and we have learned a lot that we need to get back to this winning spirit within the team. We have good girls in the team that are playing so well. We have Mary here with us. We have Tina is doing well, Nachito. She's recovered from the injury that she had before. She's doing well, only that we need just to refocus from the fatigue of the flight and the changes in the weather and make sure that we cope with the changes. And I must tell you, right now, the most work that we are doing is mine settling, coordination, the ball and the movement, and I expect a lot in the next team. Anisha is doing well. She's fine. We're in touch with her. Because of other club engagements, the club was not able to release her for Wales, but she will be joining the rest of the team in London.
Well, that's all we had time for now. More news updates will be coming your way in our timely news hours of the day. Keep with the national broadcaster. My name is Sandra Kahunde, bringing you greetings from the team behind the scene. Enjoy your day and God bless you.